Hello Scorpio and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie and this is going to be our weekly reading for whenever you click on this video. Whenever you feel compelled to watch it, that's when it's right for you. From now on, all of my readings will be timeless like that, so just FYI. A few quick disclaimers. This is a general reading and cannot possibly resonate with everyone, so please take what does resonate and leave what doesn't. And if none of it resonates, feel free to check out one of the videos for one of your other signs, or you can go check out some of the many brilliant, beautiful, talented readers on this platform who may have something more attuned to your situation this week. Unfortunately, they just can't all be for everyone, but that's the nature of things. So, what else? Oh, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor, lawyer, physician, therapist, counselor, financial expert, etc. I am just a girl with a passion for the tarot, and anything that I say resembling advice is based solely on my own opinion, my own knowledge and experiences, my interpretations of the cards, and any little bits and pieces that may occur to me intuitively throughout this reading. If you guys enjoy this reading, if it does end up resonating, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified when I upload videos in the future. And if you have any suggestions about readings that you'd like to see me do in the future, themed readings, pick a cards, things of that nature, feel free to leave that in the comments as well. I'd love to see your suggestions and implement them in future videos. And if the video resonates, if the reading resonates and you would like to share what you've been going through recently, and you're open to that, of course, I would love to see your comments in at the bottom of this video as well, because I just love hearing from people, and it's nice to kind of have that way to connect, especially these days. So if you're open to it, if that's something that you want to do, you are more than welcome. So yeah, okay, so we'll go ahead and get started with our theme cards, which I always choose before I start recording because it's a lot of shuffling, and they were coming out left and right for you guys, so there is a lot. It's gonna be a pile of cards. Okay, Scorpio, so we're gonna start out with the World. Okay, so this is fairly positive. I think that when the World comes out, it has a lot to do with maturity and awareness, as well as the completion of some kind of cycle, anything that may be going on in your life right now that's coming to a close. That's going to be what that World card is really about. And then we have the Emperor. Okay, so this could be a person in your life, somebody who holds a lot of power. It could be you. This could be about you taking power over your life as well. The Emperor has a lot to do with structure and order and maintaining routines, being a leader as well. And actually at the bottom of the cards, I forgot to read, on the bottom of the World card, it says awareness and understanding, an open mind and realization that other points of view can be valid, a feeling of completeness. And then on the Emperor card, it says, decisive rationality will take you all the way. Your inner strength makes you lead through action, organization. Okay. And then we have the Death card. Embrace change. Your life depends on it. Okay. So you have a lot of major changes taking place right now, especially with the World card and the Death card. This implies to me that you are making changes in your life at this time that are for the better, that are for your best good, as well as those around you. Seems like you might be bringing in a lot healthier habits, okay, making better decisions, just in general, in regards to your responsibilities, maybe in your work life, but it could also be in your relationships, taking more accountability, okay, and generally just stepping up in your life to challenges, to whatever comes your way, really kind of taking control and running your own show. So that could be a major change for some who are more passive in their personality, okay? Some of you guys could really be coming into your own, I guess, your own confidence as the primary decision maker for yourself. So we'll come back to that in a little bit. I do want to like keep that point though in the forefront of your mind, because we do also have the King from the archetype deck. It says light attributes, enlightened benevolent leadership benefiting those in your charge. Shadow attributes, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. I really do see this as manifesting in the light attributes, especially with the World coming out. And the fact that all of our major arcana cards came out upright does really kind of suggest to me that the light attributes are going to probably resonate with you the most. I think that you're just coming into a chapter of your life where you're a lot more confident, and you have those greater intentions of aligning yourself and your behaviors and your routines and your plans with a greater purpose that you want to serve. Whatever that purpose might be for you, it's going to be different for everybody. But let's continue on. We have the Forest. Okay, so this has a lot to do with journeying into the unknown. Okay, so this could be something that you have been doing recently in your own life. You may have been doing a lot of soul searching, a lot of self-discovery, and potentially also a lot of like facing your own demons, or, you know, confronting the things that made you uncomfortable or kept you stuck in the past. We also have the Stone, which this card is going to be a lot about grounding, having, you know, a sturdy mindset. I think it has a lot to do too with having a strong foundation. There we go. That's what I was trying to get to. Having a strong and solid foundation in your beliefs, in your lifestyle, specifically in terms of, you know, how you react to change, how you handle hardship, how you, it's maturity. It's maturity is really what it is. It seems like you guys have gone through some kind of experience, or you've been on a journey already that has brought you great maturity, and I think that's starting to really make itself evident to you and the people around you at this time. So next we have Snow, and above it says Silence. It's hard to see with my setup, but it says Silence. Okay, so this is associated with winter, which is a time for reflection and a little bit of isolation. I like to see it more as an opportunity to relax and meditate, an opportunity to really, you know, do that deep inner work. And because we have such strong energy on the table already, and it's kind of implicative of a major change taking place now or in your recent past. And so this Snow card may be coming out to encourage you to take time in silence and stillness, where you can, you know, in an environment that is safe and comforting to you, where you can reflect and meditate on everything that has just occurred and the changes taking place in your life. And it's also a time for resting, recuperating, and then planning for the future, planning for the next chapter. Okay, so you've made all these major changes in your life, and it's opening a lot of doors for you. It's making a lot of things possible. And so you take this time now to figure out what you want for yourself, what you would like to explore, okay, what you want to put more energy into. And, you know, I think it's also, you know, creative energy is kind of, it's like you might have something in the works that you're trying to manifest or bring into being. We'll come back to that because I still have some theme cards before we move on. But we have Fluidity, Outer Core. This is going to actually, oddly enough, really relate to that Stone card for me, because your fluidity is related to your ability to be adaptable, to go with the flow, right? As you encounter challenges or just situations in your life, as you find yourself in differing environments, you really have to strengthen your ability to adapt to your circumstances, whatever they may be, but also to be able to flow with what's happening around you, okay? And this is another sign of reaching that maturity that I was talking about a few seconds ago, where you get to a certain point where, you know, as you grow and as you learn and as you become more confident in yourself, you're less subject to being negatively affected by things going on around you, okay? You're able to take the lesson, leave the rest, and move forward, you know, with strength and knowledge and empowered, instead of being sidetracked or, you know, pulled off of your path by this obstacle or that event. So maturity is a huge theme in this reading for you guys. We also have atoms, and it says building. So this is kind of going along with what I was saying earlier, that there's something that you are building, something that you are creating, or something that you're going to have the opportunity or the potential to build and create. It may be something that you have already started, something that you're already potentially working on, and it could just be something that you've thought about, something that you've dreamed about, something that you feel inspired by, okay? Really focus on that when you are participating in that forward planning, okay? Focus on what you want to manifest, what you dream of, what is exciting to you, what makes you happy, what inspires you. Did I already say that? I may have already said that. Drop the other cards. Here we go. So then, last two theme cards we've got before we move on to the Astro cards. We have Go the Distance. Okay, so you're being encouraged to really kind of build up your strength and take everything that you've learned up until this point to really make that thing happen, whatever it is that you want to manifest, whatever you're being called to do. Like, there's a thing you're being called to do, and you're being called to give it your all, okay? To go the distance, to do the hard work, to commit long term to manifesting whatever this is. And then we have No Place Like Home, okay? So there could be an emphasis here on, you know, your home life, family life. It could be if you're married and you have kids or anything like that, it could be your nuclear family. This could also be about your roots for others, where this is about, you know, maybe your parents and your siblings and, you know, your closest family. Because home is where family is. Home is where safety and comfort and happiness and security, hopefully, you know, obviously it's not always like that, but that's what it should be. Ideally, that is what home should be. So you may be called to pay more attention to your home life, your home situation. You may be also building or looking for a new home as well. That is a possibility now that I think about it. But familial relationships could be a key theme for you guys at this time. Okay, focusing on your relationships with your family, and if you already have a home that you have, built, or not technically built, but, you build a home when you buy it, and then you invest in it, and you have a family in that home, and then, that's in general a home that you build, okay, and then you continue to maintain it and take care of it and nurture it and help it grow, okay, because the home is the thing that grows. So you may be called to focus on that, basically, is what I'm saying, like the condition of your home, whether it be your actual house or your family unit, and whether or not you're giving it enough time and attention, and respecting it as you should as well. Or perhaps you're being called to the fact that perhaps some of you guys do not feel like you have a home, okay? Or you feel uncomfortable in your home. You're not happy in your home situation, so you may be called to address those factors that make you feel that way, and implement changes that are going to, make that situation better for you. Okay, so we'll go ahead now and we'll pull some astro cards before we get into the tarot. See what outside energies may be affecting you guys or your situation this week. Could affect you directly. It could affect other people who might affect you. It's just going to be some energy that's at play in your situation. And we're starting out with semi-sextile, which is an aspect between two planets, or, well, no, maybe it's more than two planets. I'm not an astrologer. It says allowing, encourages, sees the potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates. So something, okay, something is helping you. The energy is helpful, is what I'm getting from that. Allowing what, though? Let's see what else we've got here. All right, we have Capricorn, the boss, serious, authoritative, ambitious, realistic, structured, traditional, wise, enduring, accomplished. Okay, so everything that we have already so far on the table, like the Emperor card and the King card, are going to really resonate with this Capricorn card. Excuse me. So there's a level of personal empowerment here, okay? To be in the energy and the mindset where you can really get stuff done, where you can move forward with confidence, knowing that you have the ability to accomplish your goals. Okay, so you're definitely being allowed to make a lot of progress and forward movement, either now or in the near future. So be aware of that. Let's get one more card from this deck. Then we'll move on to the tarot. Okay, we have Scorpio, so this is you guys, but this is also the energy of transformations. It's intense, it's passionate, secretive, carnal, thorough, obsessive, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative. Regenerative being a really big one here, okay? It can also be compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. But I really think that this is regarding, you know, the death card here, which is this Scorpio tarot card, okay? This is the energy of extreme transformation, okay? It's very intense energy that you may be in right now as well, so keep that in mind. If you do feel like you might be overwhelmed or you might just feel very intense, beware that could just be the energy around you, and try to like find a place. Again, that's why we have the Snow card on the table as well. You may have to find time to get away from everything and sit somewhere quiet and meditate, or just decompress, because the energy may be very intense around you, but it will also be intense within you, because there is this deep internal drive that's popping up here in this reading for you guys. You're really being, like, you're hearing your calling. I think some of you guys definitely are, or you already have, but now you have that burst of energy and motivation to work towards that calling, okay? So this is coming from deep within yourself. This intensity is. So you got to find a way to use it to your advantage. Use it to get stuff done, whatever you need to do. Okay, so now I'm going to pull some tarot cards to see what other information we can get about this situation for you guys this week. Any additional insight, anything that you need to be aware of, anything going on in front of you that you may not necessarily be seeing. This could also bring up anything that's going on in your subconscious that you need to be aware of as you move forward through this transformation process. Let's see what else we've got. Well, I got all three come out at once. So we got the King of Swords. Okay, so being decisive, the Magician, the Manifester, okay, and the Ace of Wands. Holy moly. Okay, so this is about, you know, you being honest with yourself and rational when it comes to the decision you need to make. Like, you know what you need to do. You know. That is within your awareness, okay? And the Magician in the center here, to highlight your ability to manifest, your ability to make magic, your ability to, you know, create whatever it is that you want to create, to manifest the life that you want, or whatever it is that you want to manifest. It could be something small, it could be something big, it could be a business, it could be, I don't know, groceries, whatever it is that you need to create, that you want to create, you know how to go about that, and you know what needs to be, what changes need to be implemented, what sacrifices need to be made, what investments need to be made, okay? You have at least a general idea on how to begin that process. And then you have the ability, okay? And then you have the Ace of Wands, which is that creative passion, that creative spark within you, okay? Like that spark is lit and you're ready to go. Like you have an idea, okay? You feel the motivation, you feel the drive. You have the knowledge and the wisdom and the experience to move forward in this. From what I can see so far, there is nothing holding you back. There's nothing stopping you. That isn't, you know, mental on your part. And by mental, I mean like overthinking something, or, you know, puttering around because you're afraid to start. You know, that's really it. But even then, I think that the drive here that's coming out in these cards, like that passion is very strong in this reading. And so I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it won't be that hard to get started and get moving towards whatever your goal is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clarify each of those three cards. I'm going to clarify the King of Swords first. Clarify the King of Swords. We have the King of Wands to clarify the King of Swords. Okay, so you know what you want, you know how to get it. And you're ready to, you know, take action to get it done, to make it happen, to implement these changes. It's very positive. Let's see what we've got to clarify the Magician. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is definitely, or possibly, definitely positively, possibly, I need sleep. I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is, this could very well be something that has to do with a business, or something that can bring in money, something that can manifest wealth, prosperity, security, okay? So for some of you guys, you have a business that you're starting, a business that you want to start, some kind of endeavor that would translate into resources at some point. And you have like everything that you need to get it done. When I see the Magician come out with the Queen of Pentacles, that is like, to me, the master manifester. That's someone who just like, if you ever need something, then you go out and you make money and you get it. Like, you have that ability to just always find a way, okay, to make what you need, to make what you need to make, to trade for what you need to. You're really good at manifesting. You're really good at manifesting abundance, specifically. So that's definitely going to work in your favor. That's something that you need to recognize about yourself and be confident in. Be confident in your ability to manifest your own abundance. Okay, I'm going to clarify the Ace of Wands. So we have the Knight of Swords. And we have it in reverse. So when I see a card come out in reverse, I usually see it as being an energy that's out of balance. So we have the Ace of Wands. So if there's anything holding you back, you know, it may be something related to communication, okay? Because I'm seeing the Knight of Swords, and I'm thinking like faulty communication of some kind. So it's not so much, you know, you have the desire, you have the motivation, you have the willpower, you have the wisdom and the ability, and you even have the experience. But it seems like, especially with the Emperor and the King here, it's almost like you're not standing in your own authority to, you know, defend what you want and to make it happen. I mean, you can put yourself out there and you can do the work, but then when it comes to like expressing what you need and what you want and communicating with other people, there's an imbalance there, okay? Maybe you're not good at expressing to other people, you know, what it is that you need specifically from them, or perhaps you don't really care for confrontation or uncomfortable conversations. Okay, so it does imply that there may be a conversation that needs to be had with somebody in order for you to really get rolling on whatever this endeavor is, whatever this thing is for you to create. Like there's a conversation that has to be had. Or maybe there's somebody else involved and, you know, the only thing holding you guys back from moving forward is, again, this lack of communication, you know, not getting on the same page. But you're not getting on the same page because you're not starting the conversation, and you're not focusing the conversation if you are starting it. You're not asserting your desires or your plan, or perhaps you're just not voicing it, but it's a communication issue, and it is something that you can overcome. You just have to, you know, align yourself with that King of Wands and King of Swords energy. Like, you know what you want, you know what you need to do to get it, and once you decide that you're ready to do the work, okay, then it comes time to communicate with anyone else who's involved, and you just be straight up with them. Tell them exactly what you want, why you want it, what you're working towards. Okay, get everyone on the same page. Because I can definitely see where, you know, you just kind of go off on your own to try to make something happen, but you don't tell everybody around you. And then in that way, you're kind of not utilizing the connections the Spirit has put in your path to assist you in this endeavor. Because this is certainly something you're being called to do. This is something greater than yourself. This is something that, you know, it is probably directly aligned with your soul purpose. And, you know, you do need other people by your side to make the most impact. Okay? And that's true for everybody. It's not just you. I mean, you could do it all by yourself. You very well could. But you're definitely going to run into your biggest obstacle when it comes to communicating what you want. And I think that this King card is what I'm coming back to here. Benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. I think that there's something to, you know, being able to communicate, or you know, maybe you need to take on employees, for example, okay? Being able to communicate with your employees and direct their work in a way that is benevolent, kind, compassionate, but that still gets the job done and is still a clear command, a clear, making it clear what you want and how you want it to be done, when you want it done. That way, you know, there's no question, and it keeps everybody on task and on the same page. I hope that made sense to you guys, because it seems like that's really going to be your biggest issue, is communicating what you want from people, okay? And, you know, keeping everybody on task and on the same page. So I'm going to pull a card from the Elki Oracle, the She-Who Oracle. These are beautiful, and this is just going to represent you, either where you are now or where you're going in the future. And these cards are feminine, but, you know, it can also be he, who. These are not gender-specific characteristics on these cards. It's just, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. You can be a man, and this can still apply to you, is all I'm saying. Let's see. What do we have for Scorpio? Okay, we have Geneva, she who radiates, knowing, ambition, and confidence. What have we been talking about this whole reading? It really is just confirmation, okay? That you need to be confident in yourself and in your ability, and you need to charge forward with this inspiration that you have received. Okay? Oh, and I want to pull just a couple cards from this deck, the Wonders and Witches deck, to make sure that I didn't miss anything when I was going over the situational stuff before we move on to advice. So, is there anything else for Scorpio before moving on to advice? Okay, so we have let old bones lie, let it be. Okay, so there may be something that you need to release, something from the past. because of the context of this reading, it could also be like a past perceived failure, something that you thought that you failed or that you felt like you failed at, and so it's something that you hold on to and something that you allow to hold you back. It could just be something from the past that discourages you. So whatever it is, you're being encouraged now to release it, to let it go, to leave it in the past, because it's not going to help you in moving forward. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so we have this spider, femininity, but, you know, this is about being in touch with the feminine energy, feminine principle, whatever you want to call it. But really what this is about, I think, is like raw creative energy, which is something that's been popping up in this reading already, that there is, like, this is a creative time for you. You are creating something. You're bringing something into the world. Even if it's only an idea right now, it is something that you can very well manifest into your reality. So try to stay in that creative mindset as best you can. Really indulge in your imagination, your creativity. Dream big. See how far you can take it, you know. You are your only limitation. Okay, and then we have the skeleton key. Doors opening. So doors are going to be opening for you. You're going to be receiving some opportunities here in the near future. Keep your eye open for that as well, and don't pass them up when they come by. Okay, and that opportunity may require that uncomfortable communication that we were talking about. So, you know, have faith in yourself and your ability to communicate what you want and what you need, because these doors are opening for a reason. Okay, it's not an accident. Spirit is setting you guys up for success. Absolutely. And bringing in the people and the things that you need in order to make your dream happen. So don't sleep on it, you know. Let's see what else we got for you guys. Okay, so we have disguise. And I'm going to pull another card before I dig into that one to see what the context of that might be. We have evolution. Okay, and this card has popped out for so many readings this week, and I really do shuffle the shit out of these cards. So I think that this is a major energy that's playing out right now for everybody. This transitional evolutionary energy. I mean, we're all just seem to be in a state of rapid growth at the moment, which is fun and great and painful and difficult. So if you are struggling in this process at this time, if you're struggling with the energy, if you're struggling with your plans, if you're struggling emotionally, I mean, if you are struggling, it makes sense, and you should not be down on yourself about that, because a lot of people are. This is very intense energy. This is very strong energy that we're in at the moment. So you're doing okay. You're doing okay. But with the disguise card, I feel like you disguise yourself. Okay. You disguise yourself. Some of you, I think that you kind of let people think that you're, you know, not as good at what you do as you are. Or you let people think that you're not as smart as you are, not as capable. You try to kind of average yourself out so that you don't receive extra uncomfortable attention. I think this relates back to that Knight of Swords in reverse, where you don't want to be open with who you are and what you can do, because it puts you on another level, and it brings you positive and negative attention, and it's the negative attention that you're not confident in encountering or dealing with. I think mostly because you're not the kind of person who would bring any negative attention to anybody else. Okay, so like, for instance, you know, if you step up on the plate and you're like, I can do this and this and this, I'm good at what I do, and I'm a master manifester, and I'm creating this thing, like, that could potentially attract competition or just other individuals who are not, you know, who want to actively work against you. And it seems like for some of you guys, up until this point, it was almost easier to abandon your plans than it was to fight for them. Okay, so I think some of you guys are really being called to fight for what you want, and to learn how to handle people who come in and try to distract you, or change your mind, or people who come in to, you know, belittle you, or negatively affect your confidence, okay? You have to be able to build up a wall. And actually, no, don't build up a wall. It's buried now. I'm not pulling it out, but the fluidity card was in there, okay? How to learn how to just let these things flow, you know, around you. And then you're that stone, okay? You're the rock in the river. You're still there. The water goes on by. Being strong, being sturdy, being committed, you know, these are the qualities that you need to work on. These are the skills that you need to build in order to make this shit happen. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple more cards from this deck, and then we'll move on to the rest. I think after this is 3 more. Any additional advice for Scorpio in this situation, please? Okay, so we have the wreath, all right, symbolizing abundance, wealth. It can also symbolize a gift, okay, coming into you. I think that this is confirmation that you have abundance and prosperity coming your way. It will be a direct result of your hard work that you put in towards manifesting your dream. Definitely worth the hard work, definitely worth the struggle. It's definitely worth an uncomfortable conversation or 2 or 10. Okay, we have gemstones. Okay, and this to me has a lot to do with patience. Being patient with the process, knowing that it's not going to happen for you right away, but that it is coming, and to just stay on track, stay on target, keep your eyes on the prize, okay, hold your vision. All a bunch of phrases that mean the same thing, okay? Stay focused. Don't lose sight of your dream, of whatever it is that you are building, okay? Because you're building something. That card literally came out of the deck. Building, all right? And it takes time, okay? It takes a long time to make sure that what you are building has a sturdy and strong foundation, okay? So don't rush it either, you know? It grows as you grow, right? And vice versa. So, alrighty. A few more cards. This is the Earthbound Oracle. Any additional advice? Additional advice or confirmation for Scorpio. Okay, so we have perseverance, which is what I was just talking about. Patience and perseverance, you know, hanging in there. Knowing that it might be tough. You might encounter some challenges, but it's nothing that you can't overcome. Okay, and then we have bond, which is interesting because it's the acorn, okay? But it's like the atomic thing. I don't know what it's called. And we actually have a card down here, atom. And so the bond, I think it's obviously referring to like atomic bonds, okay? The bonds that hold everything together, that create new things. So that's about creation. It's about as well, one, those foundational structures in our lives that we build upon in relationships, in work and business, in our home life, you know. So focusing on making sure that you have, that everything in your life is cohesive and that you're maintaining strong bonds, that you're nurturing your bonds. And this can be bonds with other people. In fact, it most likely is, okay? Okay, because there is, I've seen quite a bit of water in blue on the table today, which could just be representative of you because you're Scorpio, you're a water sign. But I do think that there is an emphasis here on you nurturing your relationships and your bonds with other people, okay? And you do have the time for that, even in all this, even in whatever you're building, because it is a slow process. This is something that very big that you're building, and so it's going to take time, but in that time, while you are putting energy and effort into building whatever this is that you're building, there's also an element of nurturing relationships and making sure that the bonds that you have in your life are strong bonds, that they are strong, healthy, pure connections. And this could also have an element too of cutting any bonds or ties with individuals who do not mean you well, okay, who bring negativity into your life, any relationships that may be unhealthy for you any connections that may affect you in a negative way, okay? It may be time to evaluate those bonds to decide whether or not you're going to continue to participate in those, okay? Or if you're going to remove yourself so that you can move forward without that weight. Okay, next we have abundance. This is a theme that's come up a lot in this reading, okay? Abundance is definitely on its way to you. That is a promise. And we have wish, okay? Wish and good fortune. Can't make this shit up, all right? Things are definitely looking up for you guys, and this has been coming out for a lot of people. A lot of readings have been really similar, okay? You guys are gonna be coming into a time of financial abundance, okay? Security, prosperity, abundance in your relationships, okay? Abundance internally in terms of like wisdom, experience, and, you know, satisfaction with your life and fulfillment. And what you're really being called to work on here, just to wrap this up. Oh, one more card. I do have one more card. I'm sorry. But I'll keep wrapping it up anyway. The focus here seems to be on your confidence and your belief in yourself, okay? Meditating on, you know, maintaining your strength and your commitment to your dream, as well as, you know, being in that king or emperor mindset that you are in charge, that you have the ability to build and create and direct others to help you build and create whatever this thing is that, you know, you're being called to create. Okay, next we have Charoite, I think is how you say that. I'm not entirely sure. It says emotional healing and protect from negativity. This can connect to what I was saying with the bonds here. If there are any negative influences on your life, it is time to separate from those things, remove those things from your life in order for emotional healing to facilitate, and also just to keep any extra bullshit out of your way because you don't need it. You're busy, clearly. And then next we have ocean, conflicting emotions, delve deeper for a solution. So this goes back to the very beginning what we're talking about. First of all, that relates to the forest, okay? Because we go into the forest to identify the problems, to confront the unknown, and to find the solutions in order to allow us to move forward. And then the ocean is also, to me, tied to the the snow card, okay? Silence, right? There is some time that needs to be spent, some time and energy needs to be spent on reflecting and meditating and clearing your energy, okay? Purifying your energy, purifying your body, okay? That could be very important for some of you guys as well. If you're not, you know, living the healthiest lifestyle, okay? If you're not treating your body as well as you should be, if you're not eating as well as perhaps you should be, it's definitely time to start cleansing and purifying. And holy shit, so I just pulled this card and it's Malachite, deep energy cleanse, transform yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop now because I just feel like that came out perfectly. Energy cleansing, that's where we're at now. That's what you need. You need to cleanse your energy. You need to purify the body. You need to cut unnecessary negative bonds and influences, because you have too much good shit to look forward to, and you don't need to focus on any of that negativity. You don't need to carry it with you. You got a lot of abundance and good fortune in your future, and you just need to look forward to that and, you know, make a plan. Get it done. Because you can. Okay. Thank you, Scorpio, for joining me, you guys. If it did resonate, if you enjoyed it and you'd like to see more, don't forget to like it, subscribe it, notification bell, and all that. Other than that, take care of yourselves. Thank you again so much for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one.